Hey, chat room. This is great. This is actually GizFiz PM. As you'll see by the graphics on your screen. As Alex frantically searches for it. I guess you would see it. Okay. Ta-da! Yep. Flushed with excitement in every episode. All right, so chat room, do we not have a celebrity of the week? You don't see me, Roscoe? I think the rest of the chat room is seeing.
That's my fault. No, I forgot to do it.
Oh.
It's just fine.
You will see the opening in the reruns.
Sorry, I have to get used to this new scramble to start GizFiz.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Hey, chat room. Now, how do you see me? Okay.
So we could either start it over with everybody seeing the correct video, or we could just leave it.
Sure, why not? Let's do that. You want to do that?
Oh, sure. We'll do just take two here in just a second. And
okay.
Get that set here and get my video ready. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for...
It's the Giz Fiz with the Giz Whiz. It's kind of like Cheese Whiz. It's the Giz Fiz. And now your host, mathematics writer and the Giz Whiz, Dick DeBartolo.
And welcome to not Giz Fiz, but because of the hour, GizFiz PM. There you are. You'll be flushed with excitement during the next hour, and it's a very draining experience. Be back. Oh, thanks, Web 0692. I sat here 3.5 hours. I gotta go, he says. All right, go, come back. Millions are clapping, flushing the blues away. All right, do we have a chat room celebrity of the week? Have you talked among yourselves and decided to someone chat room celebrity of the week? If not, Alex, while I do the true and false questions, do you think you might find a yearn to learn?
I believe I can do that.
Okay. Sadly, no volunteers. Beatmaster. Okay. We will do a yearn to learn if we don't have that. And so we're going to start with true or false questions. That sound tends to make you want to go. Oh, okay. GizFiz PM, great for insomnia. Oh, it does sound like a drug, doesn't it? From our friend George Davis, who has been regaling us with questions for nigh on... Where's Beatmaster? Beatmaster, how long, what was the first GizFiz show? Okay, well, I read the questions. See if you can come up with how long we've been doing GizFiz. Question number one, these are true or false? From George Davis. So it says true. All right. You have to hear the question first. The veins in a blue whale are large enough for a small child to swim in them. You know, Roger Chang never was celebrity of the week. I don't know. Alex, we're just saying that.
I don't think he's around.
Up for it. Yeah, that's okay. I know he has a baby, so he probably had to go right out. The veins in a blue whale are large enough for a small child to swim in them. True or false? Oh, a lot of false. Red Penguin says false, but if it's true, the whale better go to a vet. The first show, oh my goodness, we're coming up to Beatmaster. If you can remember the show, the GizFiz we do closest to 721 will be our 3rd anniversary.
I'm sorry, what date was that?
721.
Ooh.
So 721. Who has a calendar? Hang on, let me look. Hang on, chat room. I'm looking on a calendar to see when 721 is.
It is a Tuesday.
Oh, it's a Tuesday. So we should celebrate it a few days before.
25th?
Let's do it maybe the 18th. Now, also, there is going to be, it looks like, 3 weeks when Giz Fiz will start on the dot or about 4-ish. Is that right, Alex? Leo's going to be.
So is there 3 or 2? I think there's 2 Saturdays.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You know what?
Well, there's July 4th is one of them. And
Okay.
then, is there 2 more, John?
Yeah. No. One more Saturday.
Okay, so there's 2 total. There's July 4th and then the 11th.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's 2.
Okay.
Because the previous one before July 4th is live.
Okay.
Or
Very
Tech
good.
Eye is live. So July 4th, do we have a special Tech Eye, or are we just? It's just.
Premier's playing reruns. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Okay, so July 4th, we're probably not going to have a specific Tech Eye to play.
Okay. And July 4th, probably no one's going to be there.
Well, I mean, I could maybe come in, but I'm probably doing something.
Yeah, I think we're all
If you want
doing
to,
something.
if you want to skip that day,
yeah,
but
we'll
if you insist, just let me know and we'll make something happen.
No,
But then the 11th, we'll be replaying a pre-recorded Tech Guy, which usually lasts about, I think, 2 hours, 15 minutes or so, because it has no commercial breaks.
Yeah.
So we'll actually have an early. Well, GizFiz AM.
GizFiz AM for 2 weeks in a row.
Excuse me, GizFiz AM.
GizFiz AM, correct.
So
2 days.
yeah, when we get near there, we'll
we'll let people know. Okay, so the answer was: did you have an answer, Alex? The veins in a blue whale are large enough for a small child to swim in them. True or false?
I think I've heard that before, so I'm going to say true.
True. Okay, and the answer is true. Crimson says, let's do 2 Giz Fizzes on July 11th, and we can bank one. That's very funny, since we don't bank any. Okay. Question 2 from George Davis. Oh, this is interesting. I'm not going to look at the answer. Corn on the cob was the first food cooked in a microwave.
This is Chet Huntley report.
Corn on the cob was the first food cooked in a microwave. I'm going to say false also. It seems like an absolutely bizarre thing to want to cook in a microwave. That was a pizza pocket. It made popcorn. Oh, that's funny. All right, let me see. A lot of people are saying it was popcorn. Alex, what's your take? Corn on the cob was the first food cooked in a microwave.
False.
False. The answer is false. Oh, it was popcorn. So a lot of you in the chat room got it. Now, this is going back, I don't know how many years, but Alex, have you ever heard of a store called Hemmeke Schlemmer?
Yes.
Okay. So Hemmeke Schlemmer was always getting the latest technology. And in New York City, they had a huge store. Now they have, with rent and everything, they have the first floor and part of the basement. But it was the first time I ever saw a microwave oven. And the oven was like the size of, like 2 feet by 1.5 feet high. But the cooking area was like about that because it was lined with steel and Spike, I think it was radar range. And, but I walked in and the woman said, would you like to see something unique? And I said, okay. And she took a little cupcake pan, poured batter in it, cupcake wrapper, poured some batter in it, put it in this device, closed his door. That was like a a door in the bank vault because they didn't want radiation leaking out. And she closed that door, and there's a little window, and in about a minute, the cupcake started rising, and she cooked the cupcake. And I thought, oh, my word, amazing. And I believe it was $1,500, something like that. So that was the first microwave that I saw. I can't remember the year. Oh, can someone look up the year of the first microwave? That would be good. This is like, you know what? It's like Giz Fiz class. There are assignments, okay? So we now know the show is almost 3 years old, thanks to Beatmaster. And now someone's going to tell us when the first, no, it can't be the late 40s. Oh, maybe it's the first microwave.
Never mind, that's not what I thought it might be.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was the first commercial microwave, the first home microwave. True or false from George Davis, number 3. It rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter. It rains diamonds. 1967 makes sense. It rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter. True or false? All right. What, boy, it rains diamonds. Alex, what's your take? It rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter.
I cannot answer this.
Oh, okay. Oh, because he's been collecting diamonds that fall off. Our chat room, true. It rains cubic zirconia and chili. Okay. Wikipedia says 1946 with the radar range is the first microwave. Okay. I couldn't have seen it that early because I would have been too young. But I may have seen the first commercial one, or maybe the first one that was under $2,000. The answer is true. I know. Logan 5 says, if it was true, De Beers would have a moon nearby. Well, okay. It rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter is true. All right, question 4.
We have a photo.
Oh, my word. Oh, I see. George
tipped me off, so I couldn't answer.
Oh, okay. Diamond rain could be the most common precipitation in the solar system, authorities say. Wow. So while you're spending your life paying for a diamond, up there they're just throwing them around like raindrops. Go figure. Oh, there you go, Web 3632. The first tabletop microwave, 1967, which makes sense because I was working for Goodson Todman, writing Match Game, and Hemmicker Schlemmer was just 5 blocks away. I used to go there at least once a week on my lunch hour to see what they had. They had the first plasma TV, which was, I think she said it was $26,000. And you could almost get a suntan from it. It was so hot. The first plasmas, and it was, I don't know what.
And this is where the cooking revolution begins, with a handy food dispenser like this. Not the sort of thing you're likely to find in the average kitchen, but thousands of them have been installed.
No, I have one of those in my kitchen.
The British Isles, and they're particularly intended to help the night shift worker. He can come along at any time of night and select a pre-prepared meal. My particular choice will be sausage and tomato. Press the button, a door opens, and out comes my meal, which is very nicely prepared in a plastic tray. It's not cooked, ready to go into the oven. Open the microwave oven door, place it on the grill, shut the door. Now, with each meal comes this special token which programs the cooker to provide the right amount of cooking time.
So I'm not sure exactly what this is.
This is pushed.
No, this is good.
In to the cooker.
Oh, this is
cooking process.
Great.
That, I'm told, will take about 70 seconds. So while I'm waiting, a word perhaps with Mr. George Langdon, one of the men who are marketing this machine. Well, how
listen
soon is
to
it
that
going to be in the
noise.
housewife's kitchen, Mr. Langdon?
We estimate it should be in the kitchen, housewife's kitchen, within about a year to 18 months.
What's the cost going to be?
The cost should be in the region of 100 to 120 pounds, but again, this is a thing of the future.
This seems an awful lot to pay, if you don't mind me saying, for a cooker which won't actually brown food. You can't have roast Yorkshire pudding or anything like that with it.
Well, this is true. It doesn't actually brown, but it doesn't mean to say that you won't be able to have roast Yorkshire pudding or anything like this. It will possibly be a unit incorporated within the housewife's normal cooker, and she will still be able to do her own cooking.
I love the noise that thing makes.
More leisure time. She can cook when she's got the time, put the meal in the deep freeze, bring it out and actually reconstitute it in her microwave oven as and when she wants it.
Mr. Langdon, is there any danger from the microwaves in this oven at all?
Not at all, no. The oven is so designed that it is not dangerous in any way. It has passed all the stringent tests laid down by the various authorities, in fact in 8 different European countries.
So there's no problems at all like that? Well, actually, I see the meal is now cooked, so now comes the final test. The proof of the pudding is in the eating, as it were. So let's have a taste.
Wow, it looks really good.
The oven is completely cold inside, and the meal looks delicious. Let's have a taste and see. Delicious.
I love that. I like that. Like that staring at the camera. Like, could you please cut this shot, please? I know. You know, it didn't even turn. There was a company. It may have only been in New York called Tad's Steaks. Did you hear of that company, Alex?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, Tad's Steaks. You would get steak and a potato and a salad for like $3. And then Tad came up with an idea of a restaurant where every table had a microwave, and you would go down like a cafeteria. You would walk along a line and pick up frozen dinners. Actually, I think each thing was packaged separately. Like you pick up the meat, and then you could pick up the vegetables, whatever it was. And then you went to your table and you cooked microwaved your dinner right at the table. But the early microwaves like that one, they didn't turn. Half the meal was still frozen. Half the meal was burnt. It was a disaster. And people would forget to follow the instructions, and the plastic on top of your meal would melt into the meal. It lasted about a year. I know. Can you imagine a restaurant with a full of machines making that noise? Anyway, the Tad. Oh, there you go. The first micro. Oh, the first.
Easy. There was always something.
Yeah.
But now there's Ward's incredible microwave oven. It'll defrost, simmer, bake. It has a removable browning element. There's a temperature probe. Cooks a complete meal for 4 in less than an hour. It makes a cook's life easy. Of course, good help is still hard to find.
To make life even easier, Ward...
That's pretty good. I think they still do microwaves that can also cook, combo. It'll start cooking it. It'll microwave it and then brown it. All right, we have one more. We have 2 more. In 2012, a Chinese man wore 49 pieces of clothing to avoid paying extra baggage charges on a flight. True or false? In 2012, a Chinese man wore 49 pieces of clothing in order to avoid paying extra baggage charges on a flight. True, 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 true. True. Why not? Sure, why not? My tallest. I do it every time I fly. I thought it was a Scotsman. False, it was 72 pieces. False, 35 pieces. Convection oven, thank you. True. False, he was missing one sock. Chinese man, I'm going to say why not. Alex, Chinese man wore 49 pieces of clothing to avoid extra baggage charges.
False.
False, okay. And the chat room is leaning toward true. I think true. Okay. And the answer was false. He wore 70 pieces of clothing. I would like to. I would not like to be behind that man at the TSA booth when they said, "Empty your pockets." Final question from George Davis. There's a vaccine they can give to problem drinkers, which will give them an immediate hangover, even with a small drink. True or false? There is a vaccine that they give problem drinkers, which will give an immediate hangover, even with a small drink. I don't think so. Alex, what do you think?
Can you repeat that one more time?
There's a vaccine that they give problem drinkers that gives them an immediate hangover, even with a small drink.
True.
True, okay. Chat room is leaning toward true.
It's called cyanide.
It's called cyanide. Okay. And the answer is true. It makes them sick. Well, I guess that is a way to cure alcohol. Myra Joyce, I don't know, is she not in the chat room? She was going to go home and go shopping, and then I guess she didn't get all the way to her home. Okay. We will do some match game. Oh, Alex, I sent you 3 photos. Did you? And a video.
I got the video.
Does video play?
Yeah. It's a
Okay,
YouTube
good.
video, right?
Okay, good. Yep. And I'll start with my story. You get the 3 photos?
I don't think so. Were they in the same email?
No, a secondary email that I sent just right before the show started. Should be there. No?
No.
Oh,
The most recent email I have is Charlie video.
Okay, and I can tell you why. Because
is it in the loading dock?
Yes, exactly. I did. It says send now, and I didn't hit it. Okay. So while Alex gets that, I will.
And I already got them.
And he got them. Okay. All right. So I want to show the one of the boat running on the Hudson first. And so if you know, if you've been to the meetups, you've probably seen the boat in person because we walked down to the boat. So this is my little work boat when it is underway. Okay. So I had a mechanic, a friend of mine, lives in Florida, but I fly him up once a year and he overhauls the boat. And this year we overhauled the boat, put in new fuel injectors, spark plugs. We went out to get gas on the test run and broke down because the fuel had gone through what's called phase separation. Ethanol fuel in boats is a disaster. In cars, it's not bad because you burn the fuel and you get another tank. Ethanol, if it sits too long in a tank, it goes into phase separation where the water and the ethanol separate. And if you don't watch it, and we had switched to an auxiliary tank, not realizing it had gone into phase separation, and the engine sucked in all kinds of garbage. Meanwhile, there are broadcasting that there are tremendous thunderstorms on the way, and all the way in the back, you can see the dark clouds over the George Washington Bridge. And in the past, we talked about that abandoned ferry. Well, several sightseeing boats were going by. We have no engine power, and the wakes from the boat are now pushing us into the ferry. We managed to paddle the boat to get to the part of the ferry where there is that like piece of wood that is pretty decent to lean against. As you can see in the picture, all the rest of the ferry, those are steel pieces of metal that the walkway used to rest on. And had the wakes pushed us into that, it would have been tremendous damage to the boat. So anyway, Bob, the mechanic, gets the boat going, and we idle up to the marina, a different marina where we can get gas. And just as we tie up, the storm hits. And now we have to stay in the boat for about a half hour. But we can see past that boat in the slings a gas station, okay? And so we know when the rain stops, we can go up with 5-gallon cans and get gas. And that's when the lightning strikes. And then 5 minutes later, that's when the lightning hits one of the power transformers, and there's a giant explosion and fire, and we're oohing and ahhing going, oh my God. And then another bolt of lightning hits another transformer, which blows up. And then we see all the lights in the gas station go out. Okay. So we wait till the storm ends, and we go up to the gas station, which is open 24 hours a day. And the guy says, well, we're open, but you can't have gas because we have no power. Anyway, after a half hour, they got enough power back that one pump ran, and the guy said, we can pump gas, but we can't take credit cards because the credit card machines haven't come back online. And so we managed to pull together $60 between the three of us, and we got $60 worth of gas in 5-gallon containers. Yes, we have no power. What a disaster that was. No, the gas station didn't blow up, but it was not a fun thing. Anyway, let us do some match game, and then there will be a video starring Charlie the dog. And then there's going to be a Yearn to Learn theater. The Sheik said, with 50 wives, I buy a lot of blank. The Sheik said, with 50 wives, I buy a... How chic was he? No, it doesn't work there. The Sheik said, with 50 wives, I buy a lot of... Oh, that's funny. Earplugs is excellent. I buy a lot of... Oh, these are great answers. I buy a lot of couches to sleep on. A lot of condoms. Okay. Earplugs again. Viagra. That's fun. Oh, earplugs is chastity belts. Wow. The Sheik said, with 50 wives, I buy a lot of... My answer, let's see, my answer is... Alex, you have an answer? With 50 wives, I have to buy a lot of...
Yeah, but it's not as good as anybody else's, but I'll just say...
Oh, shoes. Okay.
If the husband's buying shoes for some reason.
That's all right. That's all right. Mine is mouthwash.
Oh.
Okay. There you go. Insurance, camel food. That's good. But Midol, earplugs is a very funny answer. Very funny. Oh, this is almost like what we said. Dumb Dora was so dumb Was she? She tried to cook blank in the toaster. Dumb, there you go. Dumb Dora was so dumb, she tried to cook blank in the pop-up toaster. Well, wait a minute. Now, that's not dumb. Dumb Dora was so dumb, she tried to cook blank in the pop-up toaster. No one has my answer yet. Oh, pasta's pretty good. Pasta's pretty dumb. Earplugs? No. Dumb Dora was so dumb, she tried to cook blank in the pop-up toaster. Alex, you have an answer? Soup? Soup is a very good answer. You matched strengths, has Soup. No one matched me. Few more. Dumb Dora. She tried to cook blank in the pop-up toaster. Thanksgiving turkey's good. Oh, that's funny. Tried to cook the books. Soup. Oh, they got a lot of soup. All right. My answer was scrambled eggs. I think we got one scrambled egg.
I saw eggs.
Did you? We would
saw
match
one
that.
egg at least.
Okay. All right. We saw that. That's a good egg. Hobby said to his friend, talking about that drinking hangover thing, soup for the win. Hobby said to his friend, you've had too much to drink. The Statue of Liberty is not blanking. Hobby said to his friend, you've had too much to drink. The Statue of Liberty is not drinking. Oh, that's good. Oh, stripping. Oh, that's good. Breakdancing. Hailing a cab. The policeman, the Hobby said to his friend, you've had too much to drink. The Statue of Liberty isn't. Alex? Stripping, that's good. And my answer, I matched quite a few people. My answer was dancing. Okay. I don't know if you heard me tell that story on with Leo earlier. At WINS Radio, they were saying that there was a suspected thug in Central Park, I think trying to grab pocketbooks. And two policemen started chasing him. And he ran out of Central Park and jumped in a cab. And the cops caught up with him. And they were still on foot. That's how fast traffic moves. Midtown. WINS Radio 1010. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Here we go. Our final match game question, and then we'll do our yearn to learn. After filming the soap commercial, one stagehand said to the other, no wonder one pile looked brighter than the other. They washed one pile in their soap and the other pile in blank. After filming the soap commercial, one stagehand said to the other, no wonder one pile looked brighter. They matched one pile in their soap and one pile in sulfuric acid. Mud crud. Oh, got gazelle in there somehow. Lie. Oh, in the toilet. Ah. Toilet. Oh, someone matched me. Although, pesto. Oh, my God. Halifax Harbor. Is that bad, like the Hudson River? No, the turning basin. All right. Alex, no wonder one pile looked brighter. They washed one pile in their detergent and one pile in. This is real tricky. In crap. Okay, mine was dirt, but we would match mud with that. Cocaine.
Sorry, Brian walked up to me and was telling me something.
Oh, Brian.
During that whole thing, so I had to scramble at the last second.
Brian, it's too late for him to learn how to use the TriCaster. The new screensavers is over. All right. Should we do Yearn to Learn Theater?
We also have your video too.
Oh, okay.
Which would you?
Well, we'll do Yearn to Learn, and before Charlie comes down, we'll show Charlie's video. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Yearn to Learn. On this episode of Yearn to Learn, I have no idea what we're going to learn because I don't know the name of the video, but I will in a moment.
So I had a few that I've found over the last few weeks that I've been saving up, but just today I found a few more that are kind of relevant to earlier discussion, so I figure we'll just play one of those.
Okay. So, chat room, let's go into Yearn to Learn and get the background on the anticipation is going. And
just a second.
Go
yeah. And here we go.
It's so exciting. What could be more topical? Stone Age.
It was fire that separated man from the animals. Fire that gave him warmth to overcome the cold. Light to pierce the darkness. And in 1969, it was the controlled use of fire that enabled man to make his first landing on the moon.
Wow.
And it was fire that civilized man. For fire not only made food more tasteful and plant life digestible, but far more important, smoked and preserved it. Now man no longer had to gorge himself as soon as he made a fresh kill. Now he could sustain himself between kills.
Oh.
And he could in time be more than a hunter. He could become a farmer, an artist, a writer.
Oh,
look, man! Of a cultured society. Fire elevated man from the animals, and the art of cooking made him civilized.
Oh, my goodness.
Yet for the past 40,000 years
civilized.
of human history,
how many are coming for dinner?
Have remained the same. But now, at last, in the age of space, and in fact, as part of the fallout from our great technological effort, there are new ways of preparing foods. Freezing to preserve them, and cooking without the application of heat.
Look at this kitchen. What are you kidding me?
To see how primitive man prepared his food, we need only travel to the jungles of New Guinea, where the Stone Age still survives. Here, the simplest way of preparing food is to take a fresh kill and dump it in the fire.
Oh, my gosh.
But by far the best method of primitive cooking is to dig a pit, line it with greenery, and fill it with raw meat and plenty of hot stones. This is the same method as in the New England clam bake,
and
the
then
Western barbecue,
5
and the Hawaiian
pounds
luau.
of Velveeta cheese.
Finally, the raw meat and hot rocks are sealed with palm fronds and patience, for it will be hours before this banquet will be ready.
And then craft mini marshmallows on
It also
top.
took a long time, about 4,000 years, from the end of the Stone Age
to
the rise
think that
of
the
ancient
chopsticks
Rome.
should be
Yet
held
this
in the
Roman
hand
baker, whose portrait
and not
and that
in
of
the
his
nose.
wife is preserved on the walls of his Pompeian bakery, though he had learned to raise his oven above the ground and build it of bricks, still baked very much like Stone Age man, applying a great deal of heat and time to achieve this loaf of bread, which is now 2,000 years old.
Wonder Bread.
17 centuries after the death of the Roman baker, Thomas Jefferson, in writing the Declaration of Independence, articulated
Said, "Let
one
us
of
make
man's
Thomas
great political
English
ideas,
muffins."
freedom. Jefferson was a universal genius whose design of the University of Virginia and his own house, Monticello, reflected his love of classical design and gracious living. Jefferson was the first American gourmet. It was Jefferson who introduced spaghetti into the American diet, as well as such foods as French fries, asparagus, ice cream, and vanilla flavor.
And all of that is in the Constitution?
Some of the finest meals ever served in America were prepared in Jefferson's kitchen. Yet though Jefferson's political ideas were a tremendous advance over the ancient Romans, his food preparation methods were virtually the same, involving the same huge applications of labor, heat, and time, with the same inevitable shrinkage and drying out of food.
Oh.
Even the arrival of the iron horse and the Industrial Revolution did not substantially change methods of food preparation, as can be seen in this Virginia City, Nevada home, built a century ago and still preserved in its original functional state, including its kitchen. The 19th century's age of iron and steel made cooking by brick hearth obsolete. Relatively cheap and efficient iron ranges could be readily installed in the most modest pioneer cabin or city dweller's apartment.
Would the kitchen have a rug in it?
Yet without convenience foods, cooking still involved as much time and heat and almost as much effort as in the Stone Age. And even the modern oven, using either gas or electricity for its heat source, despite all its conveniences, such as electric timer and automatic pilot, as in this 20th century demonstration kitchen, still requires as much heat and time for proper cooking.
If only there was a way to do this faster. If only there was a company that made something better.
Now, at this history-making moment in which man has first landed on the moon, we are entering a new era in space. And here, at the NASA Manned Spacecraft Center, where the lunar explorers will spend their 21-day isolation period, the NASA Lunar Receiving Laboratory contains not only the most advanced scientific facilities and comfortable living accommodations, but its kitchen, with its reliance on modern frozen foods and microwave and quartz cooking units, is in the forefront of a new era in food preparation. Microwave cooking units, like those in the NASA Lunar Receiving Laboratory and this test kitchen,
a very
are
small
indeed revolutionary.
Cavity for a very big
Keep your eye on the chocolate cupcake. It rises faster than you can eat it. For a main course, how about a delicacy like lobster tails? Ready in less than a minute, with no shrinkage or shriveling, since there is no furnace-like blast of heat.
This is like the Viagra of microwave.
I could use that.
Cooking without heat. Yet the kitchen of the NASA Manned Spacecraft Center's Lunar Receiving Laboratory, limited in its space and in the time its personnel can devote to preparing meals, is designed primarily for the rapid heating of previously prepared cuisines, particularly frozen foods. The modern miracle of quartz and microwave ovens are here, coupled with the advances made in modern frozen food technology.
And since the astronauts are on the moon, we have to eat the
food result of extensive recipe development and research during the past 2 years in ultra-modern test kitchens. These foods meet or exceed the high standards of quality and purity set by the NASA Manned Spacecraft Center and have been selected for taste appeal by both astronauts and panels of food experts. In short, for those like the astronauts in the Lunar Receiving Laboratory who must have quality food prepared at maximum speed, there is now the perfect marriage, as in this demonstration kitchen, between the freezer and the microwave and quartz ovens.
It's just like Mom.
Such frozen foods as soups, vegetables, and these escalloped apples, piping hot and ready to serve in a few seconds.
How did the cinnamon get on there?
Delicious entrees like lobster Newburg, quickly heated to perfection. And desserts frozen solid, like Swiss chocolate
an ice cream sundae,
and ready to eat in 5 seconds. It is indeed appropriate that the NASA Lunar Receiving Laboratory is equipped with frozen food facilities and quartz and microwave cooking units. Microwave cooking especially is part of the technological fallout, particularly in the field of radar from the past 2 decades of research and development, which has culminated in 1969's landing on the moon.
Wait a minute, we're cooking with
Developed
nuclear
as the basic
fallout?
power unit
What did
for
he
all
say?
these radar tracking stations is an electron tube, the magnetron. And it was discovered that this same magnetron could be used as the primary power unit in microwave ovens. The magnetron, in short, is an electron tube which transmits microwaves, which are much like radio and television waves. But a TV station transmits microwaves of a selected frequency in all directions, and
so
any
you can
TV
cook
set
right through
tuned
your
to that
antenna.
station's frequency picks up part of the transmitted energy and processes it into sound and pictures. Inside a microwave oven, the magnetron similarly transmits waves of energy. But since microwaves cannot penetrate metal, they are channeled inside a metal pipe, down into the oven cavity. Since the cavity is also walled by metal, there's no place for the microwaves to go but into the food, whose molecular structure absorbs and converts the energy in the form of heat. Yet the nature of food is such that only the food, like this macaroni and cheese, becomes hot. The metal oven, as well as the glass or paper containers, which are all non-conductors of microwaves, remain cool. The new
considering Litton paid for this,
features quality
there's not a lot of Litton
served with unprecedented speed and efficiency.
Yes, if you watch the Giz Fiz, you are literally cooking.
Some of the astronauts' favorite dishes
that is correct.
include breast of chicken, beef pie, short ribs.
Wow.
And lobster Newburg.
For the first time, I can say this is not making me hungry.
Not surprisingly, many of them are the same as those available at the local supermarket for cooking in conventional kitchens. We live in an age of unprecedented technological achievements,
you'll find
scientific
the food is
adventures, whose full benefits to mankind cannot as yet be fully foreseen. Yet man's greatest adventure may be more
Murray,
than a
give me that
monumental
baked
landing
Alaska.
on the moon. It may well be the ever-increasing acquisition of techniques and knowledge, technology that can make the quality of life for all mankind richer and more bountiful.
Wow. Yearn to learn. I think we learned a lot. That Litton does not want to hit us over the head with the message, which I thought was quite good. You know, if you're old enough to have watched craft theater, they had, the guy's name was Ed Herlihy, I think was the announcer's name. And they would always do cooking demos, and they would say, take a chicken and put 9 pounds of parquet margarine on the outside. And then 18 pounds of Velveeta cheese. Bake in the oven for 45 minutes. And then cover it with 90 pounds of Kraft Mini marshmallows. It was very funny. Okay, so
just one more quick thing. I
yes.
have another 3-minute video that I found in those searches. It's not long enough for a proper Yearn to Learn. But
okay.
Do we have time to just kind of throw it in?
A Learn to Yearn featurette.
And we'll pretend I have a title and music for that.
Okay.
The microwave oven is one such energy-saving appliance. It cooks most food loads in a fraction of the time with 50 to 75% less energy than conventional cooking. This new model from Frigidaire has 3 cooking levels.
What? 3?
The fast cook operates at 100% power and is used for foods with a high moisture content that requires quick cooking to retain natural flavors and texture. Slow cook cuts on power 60% of the time to allow slow roasting of tender meats. Defrost cuts on power 40% of the time to defrost frozen foods or to simmer soups and sauces or less tender meats. Speed and efficiency are the microwave oven's strong features. This frozen roast beef would require hours to defrost at room temperature.
And now, in just 3 hours, oh, I like that techie dial. Oh, 2 techie dials.
In about 1/2 hour, the roast is defrosted and without browned or cooked edges. To finish cooking the roast, set the selector to slow cook and allow about 8 minutes per pound for medium. That compares with 20 minutes per pound in a conventional oven. In a little more than an hour, this roast is gone from the freezer to the dinner table.
Wait a minute.
Fast cook is best used for foods with a high moisture content, such as fresh vegetables. During cooking, the microwaves are kept safely inside the oven. They can't pass through the metal screen of the see-through door.
What are we baking?
The microwave oven is an appliance whose time has come. Be it snacks or dinner, you're going to get the job done
and it's half baked,
75%
just like
less time. This ham casserole might take up to 45 minutes in a conventional oven. With microwave cooking, the dish is ready in just 15 minutes, 67% less time.
Wow.
For that hungry gang of youngsters,
like that look.
And with no time to fuss, these tuna boats will do the trick. And you can serve them piping hot in just 3 minutes.
Tuna boats?
A special delight for lobster lovers is the way
Boy, that oven must have a false back because she keeps opening the door.
7 minutes.
And all kinds of things come out.
Keep the meat tender, the flavor locked inside, and the energy consumption down.
Let's close it. Let's see what's in there now.
A single appetizing dish is
magic oven
in the microwave oven. Ham, asparagus, and cheese. A savory combination in just 10
And the
minutes.
funny thing is she lives alone.
And I guess that was it.
Wow. Wow. Okay. What did I say we were going to do next? I forgot. We were going to watch we'll do a couple logos. Then Charlie's video is 1 minute. And then, Dennis, you want to get Charlie ready? Because we're about to wrap this puppy up.
And not the dog.
And not the dog. Okay. We're doing potluck. What garden brand's turf builder fertilizer keeps your lawn looking green? Logo brands. What garden brand's turf builder fertilizer keeps your lawn looking green? Oh, wow. Dog piddle? Dog poo brand, Great Scots, Sherman-Williams paint? No. It is indeed. Did you know, Alex?
I didn't.
It is Scott's. What brand of toothpaste has a squeeze of red, white, and blue in its logo? What brand of toothpaste has a squeeze of red, white, and blue in its logo? Do you know, Alex?
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. I know the logo, but I just can't think of which one.
Chat room, National Tooth. Oh, that's funny. National Toothpaste, red, white, and blue. Freedom Paste, no. Aimless, no. But the majority of you have it. Not American Flag toothpaste. It is indeed Aquafresh. All right. Okay, wow. What chain specializing in smoothies gets its name from the African Bantu language? Wow, this is tricky. What chain specializing in smoothies gets its name from the African Bantu language? Dairy Queen? I don't think so. 7-Eleven? No. Al's Bar? I don't think so. Not too many answers coming. Here we go. Wendy's? Fast Eddie's? Back of the food truck? No. Oh, Orange Julius. I used to love Orange Julius. Do you know, Alex, the answer to that?
I don't.
Mamba Juice? No. Smirnoff? No. A lot of you have it, folks. Oh, Loke loved Orange Julius, too. It is indeed Jamba Juice, not Jungle Juice, Jamba Juice. Okay. What was the original brand name of Nissan cars? The original brand name of Nissan cars. Orange Julius O'Malley. The original brand of Nissan cars. Oh, wow. When it comes to cars, wow. Did you know, Alex?
I knew of Datsun. I didn't realize that was Nissan.
Yeah. Wow. Datsun, and they were easy to pick up. You mean cheap, or you mean they were crappy enough that you could just pick them up? Datsun. All right. Hey, Dennis, you're bringing Charlie down while we see if we can get Charlie. Let's go to Charlie's video. It's just a minute long. So this is Charlie. The chat room knows Charlie. Hi, Charlie. So Charlie loves his toys, and he always does special things with his toys. So this time, we just came home, and it's like Charlie set his toys out for dinner. So here's his little... What's the red guy, Dennis? Do you know?
It's a dragon.
The dragon. And then this is the dinner table, okay? Then at the next seating is the cow. And then over here we have another dragon and the table. And then over on this side we have Leo the lion. And they are arranged all around the table, one at each chair. So, yeah, Charlie, so was that an invite-only dinner? We have to, yeah. Well, Charlie, you have to... Yeah, you're going to walk? Well, Charlie, you have to be on camera. You don't know much about being... There you go. Now, that's good. Yeah. So were you having a dinner party with your pets? All right. Anyway, so that's Leo the lion. So that's Charlie. Charlie, who likes to do things for his toys. Hey, Charlie. Thanks, Charlie. Bye. Bye. And there, from the screen to live, you want to give him... Charlie, come here. Charlie, your theme song. And now, so Charlie, what was it like making that? Was that difficult, Charlie? Hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Oh, Charlie. Charlie. Okay, Charlie, look at your camera. There you go. Charlie, look at your camera. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's get Dennis. And he's running away, not to be caught on camera. Charlie's handler, Dennis. Charlie is really, he's great. He loves his toys. And Dennis says sometimes he piles them up and talks to them. It's very funny. That's the normal theme, right?
It's a variation on it, but we didn't get to hear the full thing because it was so short this time.
Logan 5. You must have the Charlie's theme album.
So it eventually built to this, which is a regular Charlie theme.
Oh, yeah, Charlie is the GizFiz Celebrity of the Week. Charlie says, I'm still waiting for my paycheck for doing that video. You're right. All right, so we didn't have a chat room Celebrity of the Week, but we made it through it. Oh, my gosh. Have you been in the studio all day, Alex?
All day.
Oh,
but it's
my
okay.
word.
We have food on its way here being delivered. Oh, it's here already, I hear.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, we'll let you go eat. So, ladies and gentlemen, Don't forget, it's gonna be this way for, what is Leah doing? 3 more weeks of pre-tapes?
I have no idea.
Okay. Whatever it is.
So, programming note, I am going to be out of town next Saturday.
Okay.
John has said he will take care of Giz Fiz.
Okay.
So you'll have a guest director.
Oh, I will have a guest director, but we'll have no video of the week. So we definitely need a chat room celebrity of the week next week. Okay, chat room. Because we won't be doing a Yearn to Learn. And
I will be back the following week.
He'll be back the following week, and then there's going to be at least 2 Saturdays where Giz Fiz will be bang at 4:15 right after the pre-recorded radio show. All right, so I'm going to have you play theme music, Alex. This has been Giz Fiz PM, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman, Jammer B, Alex Gumpel, Myra Joyce production with the help of Hawks Post, Red Penguin, Meep, Becky Loquacious, Dr. Mom, Bill in Michigan, Old Milwaukee, who cares, Travis MC, Red Penguin, Beatmaster, Logan 5, and Choo Choo Del Paco. Brought to you by Turtle Roast. It's a wax and it fits in your microwave. This is Dick DeBartolo and Charlie the dog saying, woo! Hi, thanks, Alex.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Okay, bye. Bye, chat room.